the ELC, that is Executive Leadership Council. He's also the first shareholder in the US of A, and ready to make a statement with what he calls Coach Erik's Play of the Day. With no further ado, I give to you the player coach with the plaques to prove it. He is everybody's coach. We're talking about Coach Erik Robinson. Go
ahead, Troy. Go ahead, do your thing, sir. Do your thing. Do your thing, cameraman. Do you got me in focus today? Woo! Let's go. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Mic check 1, 2.
See you clear. See you clear. Sounding clear.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Do you have life insurance? I told you I'm going to start every show asking that question. Do you have life insurance? Woo! Come on. Uncle Jock got the call. He got the song. You know, that thing's popping. What? Do you have life insurance? That's the question people want to know, right? You know, you either got it, you don't got it. You don't got it, you need to get it, right? So, with that being said, if you don't, ladies and gentlemen, check in. If you don't got it, you need to get it.
Most agents quit. Too broke for leads. Too scared to talk. But me, I asked the question, do you have life insurance? 2 answers, yes or no. Either way, I close. Agents fall off by week 1, buying leads, but they pockets gone. Cold DMs, no replies. Sink or swim, they barely try. I was broke, same dream, till I found the script, learned the scheme. Didn't chase, didn't plead, I just asked, do you have life insurance? Yes or no, that's the key. Say yes, cool, let's see. Old kind or new type tech, annual review, let's inspect. Say no, you unprotected, that's a convo, I redirect quick. Hop on Zoom, I'll make it plain, no fear, just game. Yeah. Do you have life insurance? That's the line. Old kind or new, let me see what you signed. Got a review? Nah, most never do. So let's take a look, I got time for you. No insurance, let's make a start. You ain't alone, but playing it smart. Can't afford it, that's what they say. But peace of mind don't come no other way. I don't need it cool, till it's too late. Fam struggling, now it's checkmate. I'll get around to it when time's not promised, my friend.
Come on.
Too much money, that's a myth. You spend more on brunch than you on this. 12 a month can save your name. Legacy play, that's real gain. To the agent stuck, keep pushing. One question changed my bookings. Scripts help, but belief hits harder. Say it bold and close smarter. Do you have life insurance? That's the play.
All right. There we go. Hot off the press. Yes.
Life insurance anthem. That's what I'm gonna call it. The life insurance anthem.
Life insurance anthem.
Jock, that's fine.
By Uncle Jock.
Life insurance.
Well done.
Well done. Well, today, y'all, I'm gonna jump into this training about focus and staying in the car, and also understanding where you are. You know, a lot of times people don't know where they are when they got something and they can't stay locked in. You leave too soon. Ooh, y'all leave too soon. Women, should I do it or should I not do it? Let me do it because y'all maybe can relate. Have you ever, let's take a celebrity. I'm not going to take you. Let's go celebrities. Some people say, oh, look at that guy over there. Why he dating that girl? And then they start realizing, oh, he's dating that girl, but there was another girl before he dated in college, before he got paid. Now he got paid. And then he's dating somebody else. Well, see, what happened is the person, when he was broke, couldn't stay in the car long enough. Now, I ain't telling y'all to stay with the broke struggle, but sometimes when you see potential, can you stay in the car long enough for him to get rich? And then he gets rich and you're like, oh man, look at him. See? Like, oh man, look at him. Why? Becky stayed in the car. She hung out a little longer. You was like, nah, Ray ain't going nowhere. He ain't nobody, ain't been nobody. Then all of a sudden he becomes somebody. See, same thing with your business. You like, nah, I gotta go here, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Stay in the car. If you have a vehicle that can get you where you want to go, now if it can't, then sometimes you gotta trade the car in. That's cool. It's understandable. Some people stay in the car too long. You know, I used to work at a dealership, for those who don't know, and I manage cars. I'm like, Mr. Jones, it's time to trade that car. And they're like, nah, I'm going to get a service. I'm like, bro, it's going to be $3,000 of service. You know, by the time you keep paying $3,000 a year to service it, add that up, that's like $250 a month. That's a car note. Because you're just paying $3,000 this time. You come next week, next year, you're paying $3,000. Next year, you're paying $3,000. Well, you could just get a brand new car, $250 a month. And are y'all catching me? So you got a car note, like, but it's paid off. Like, nah, it ain't paid off. It's paying, you paying it. You're just paying in lump sums. You're paying the repairs. So sometimes it is time to change the game, right? If you say, man, this thing is broke down. But sometimes you get a flat tire and you're like, oh man, I need to get a new car. No, you need to, my son had a flat tire the other day. He said, Dad, oh man, can I drive your car? Why? Because I got a nail in my car. Okay. And he got these expensive run flat tires. And he's like, man, I don't know if I want to go buy a new tire just yet. Bro, it's a nail in your tire. Go take it to the shop. Go take it up to Costco. They'll plug it. He said, man, it was only $15. Like, yeah. See, you didn't realize, you think because I had a flat tire and I got these expensive $500 run flats, I got to buy a whole brand new tire and I don't know if I want to spend that yet. No, man, it was just need a plug. See, some people don't know when they need to plug it and fix it and repair what they got. They looking to change it in. See, some of y'all treating your business, all it needs a little small repair, need an adjustment. You just need to have the magic words. Do you have life insurance? Now you can go out there, boom, 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 boom. I don't know nobody. Okay, go know somebody's, right? You can go from I don't know nobody to go and know somebody's. Go to your local Piggly Wiggly, Food Line, Kmart, wherever you are, right? Whatever grocery store y'all got, Kroger's, Safeway, Giant, it doesn't matter. Go there. Go to your local library. You go to the libraries, and sometimes it depends upon the time of the day. You go during the morning time or in the evening after school, you may find little kids, parents there with the little kids. See, I like doing the daytime in the library. Who's at libraries with little kids during the daytime?
Parents.
Stay-at-home moms most of the time, right?
Yeah.
They sitting there trying to help their babies learn to read. Isn't that a great place to go find kids, show the $1 Million Baby plans? Because they are invested into the child. They got the child out the house and brought the child to the library. Well, Eric, we ain't got a library in my neighborhood. Okay, let me see what else y'all got. Y'all got a school in your neighborhood? There's something somewhere you can say, do you have life insurance? Woo, come on. Most agents quit too broke for leads. Woo, we got a free lead system. We teach our team. We teach you the free lead system. If you come tonight to Inside the Studio, you're going to learn how to master the free lead system. Master the free lead.
You mean tomorrow, Eric?
Oh, tomorrow. Master the free leads. I'm so excited. I'm doing it tonight. Man, I might be there tonight. If you came tonight, you would have caught me. Woo.
Where's everybody
All
at?
right. Where are you at? Now, let me ask you this question. Has anybody ever heard of Tim Cook? Most people don't. They go, Tim Cook. They freeze. But I did a research, and let me tell you who Tim Cook is. Tim Cook. Let me see if I put him on this list here. If I got him on this list. Let me see. Not included, but I'm pretty sure I was looking for his network, but pretty rich, I'm sure. Anybody know Eric 𝗍? Anybody ever heard of Eric 𝗍?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Okay, other than Uncle Jock, anybody else know Eric 𝗍?
I was just playing.
Eric 𝗍, okay. All right, anybody ever heard of a small company called Apple?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so Apple, y'all heard of Apple, but you haven't heard of Tim Cook. Tim Cook is the COO of Apple. When Steve Jobs, Tim Cook was COO of Apple. Eric 𝗍 is one of the co-founders of Google, net worth $27 billion. See,
huh? Oh, wait. How much?
27 billion.
cheese and rice.
The silent partner.
See, here's the thing. A lot of times people think you got to be in the spotlight. You got to be the first one. You got to be there to get rich. No, see, I went and researched some people. I could say names after name. You never heard them, but you heard of the companies. I was like, well, who's the number 2, number 3 guys, right? Who's the VPs? There's the richest billionaires. There's one of the richest people on the planet. Y'all ain't never heard of. Y'all heard of the company. See, here's the thing. Sometimes you don't understand what you got and who you are. You think because I'm not a celebrity superstar, I'm not the Kobe Bryants of the world, I'm not the Coach Z's of the world, I'm not the Jalen Hurts of the world, just so name the people, the Muhammad Ali's of the world. You are them, but maybe you don't have the spotlight. The spotlight, only one person can be on the camera at a time sometimes, right? Now, Zoom allows us to go, I can go Zoom, go like this, like, man, there's more than one person. I can go like, bam, gallery view. Look, whole bunch of y'all. But it's still, I got to slide it over because there's too many people to put all on once. Are y'all with me? So sometimes just because somebody's in the spotlight don't mean that you ain't shining bright. Are y'all catching that?
Oh, drop.
And when you don't understand what you got, you'll start trading your car and you won't go drive your car. You be catching Ubers and all you need was a $15 plug to plug your car in. That was a shot at Coach Zay trying to drive my car. I'm like, nah, man. Y'all already gave him flat. Y'all gave me a nail. Ask me how I know. A month ago, I got a nail in my car and I wasn't even driving it. Y'all did my car. Y'all like, y'all just go over nail patches? I don't know. Anyway, let me say, stay focused, Eric. Stay focused. Whew. Why focus? The power of focus. I want y'all to talk. I've got a couple of things I want to share with you real quick. One, it brings clarity. When you stay focused, it brings clarity to your mission. You understand where you are, what you got to do. See, think about this. In the military, now I haven't been in military basic training before, but I got a kind of understanding of how the military works. And I went to a 4-year military school in high school. So I got a little bit of understanding. And we wore uniform every day, and they expected us every day. Right? And I come from a military background family. And some of y'all actually serve. But in military basic training, do they give y'all a whole lot of different uniforms? Do y'all got like 5, 10 different pairs of shoes you gotta wear?
No.
No. Huh?
No.
You ain't got a Monday outfit, a lunch outfit, another outfit.
Nope.
The uniform is the uniform.
Boots are the boots.
Yep.
Now, why do they do that? Because they don't want you focused on what you're going to wear. They want you focused on what you're going to learn when you get out there in the field. You're learning life or death techniques and strategies. I don't need you waking up trying to figure out what you're going to put on.
Right.
See, I'm out here to serve. I don't have to figure out, I'm not telling y'all got to dress like me. You got to dress any kind of way. But I don't have to figure out what I'm going to put on. I got to figure out how I'm going to serve. And see, some people are more worried about their looks on the outside than what's they putting on the inside. Getting dressed, listen to music, like, man, I'm getting dressed. And the stuff they're listening to is destroying the inside, and they worry about what's going to be on the outside. Yeah, you're going to have to pick up more makeup because the inside of you ain't made up. You need more foundation to try to cover that frown and try to make it look like a smile. Walking out there looking like the Joker. Because the inside.
Hold on. That was a whole message, brother. You got to spin the block, because you got to spin the block and pull and peel back the onion, please, sir. I can't let you get down the street too far. That was too much.
Sometimes, Uncle Jock, when internally you listen to things that's not internally uplifting you. Like, I used to tell my daughter, hey, don't listen to this music that's calling you a B. She said, nah, I like that B. No, because see, you started accepting you being called the B word as a female. Then when a guy started saying it to you, and ultimately she was in a situation, and you start to accept it until you realize it's not acceptable. But you started accepting that way before somebody started imposing it on you. So sometimes the program is mean. See, sometimes I always tell people, do you know what success looks like? Do you know what an entrepreneur looks like? Because for many of y'all, an entrepreneur that you've seen on TV doesn't look like you. So you are programming yourself that you are not a business owner. You are not a salesperson, because a salesperson looks a little bit different. They got the pinky ring, they got the bling. Sometimes their complexion doesn't look like you. Sometimes their sex doesn't look like you. So you don't even see yourself as those roles, because the TV shows you're watching has you as a stay-at-home mom, has you as a servant, has you as the maid, has you downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
My wife watches this TV show. There's some is back in the old days, and the people of color have to come through the back door in the back, and she loving like, and it's like, why you program yourself that you can only go to the back door? Those days are over. Why we you don't realize you I can't watch that show.
Eric, real quick, because that's a great point, because you remember when we were talking to the ladies, and you were talking about something that a lot of women self-impose on themselves. Do you remember what that was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, that example you just used with Dr. Mary,
mm-hmm.
that's the type of programming that causes them to be okay with, and I'm gonna let you kind of talk about if you want to reveal that. But
yeah, it's those programmings, those situations, right? Think about this. Sometimes we create our own glass ceiling on our business. We put a glass ceiling, we go up there and hit our head, right? But not realizing it's a sunroof. Or a moon roof, right? The technical term, like a moon roof where you can see out, the glass ceiling, right? But what's the thing about the moon roof? What can you do? You keep standing up, you think it's clear.
You can slide it back.
Hit the button, slide it back, and you can go stand up if you want to, right? I wouldn't recommend it while car moon, but if you want to, you can. See, y'all are putting these glass ceilings, and you don't realize you got a button you can put, and you can open it up, just like a dome. It opens it up like, man, wow. We now got unlimited. We don't have a roof over our head. We're not boxed in. But here's the thing, statistically, in the direct sales industry, now I'm using direct sales industry, I know these stats, and I might put insurance in that same industry. In the direct selling industry, it's made up of 68 to 73% women. 68 to 73% are women. They make up the largest component. If I look on the Zoom, we got some guys out here, we say Dr. Mark, man, he's on his mark. Joy, we sharp, we ready, set, go. But if I was to look at the participants, and let me just do a quick check. Let's do it right here. Let me just do a quick roll check. My computer going a little slow for me. So let me see something here. Let me change the view and just go to a gallery view. And I'm just going to scan. Somebody do a quick scan. Tell me if you see more women or more men.
Oh, it's more women.
More women.
About 9.
You don't even need to
men.
scan.
About 9 men.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's page 2. Now we on page 1. Let's go page 2. What we got? Page 2.
We're extinct around here.
We're extinct. We had some rollovers, like me on it twice, Uncle Jock on it twice.
Right.
Right, you take me and Uncle Jock twice. We got Siri and Malcolm and Coach Zay.
And Dr. Mark.
And Dr. Mark. But Dr. Mark he might have been a rollover. He's on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all with me? So now, that being said, it still holds true here. But when you talk to women and they get in this business, they get in this industry, has any woman ever heard somebody say, I'm gonna talk to the women because the guys, we might be biased. Has any woman ever heard somebody said, or you ever said, I don't do good with women. I don't.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
They kind of catty, right? Women, me and women, we don't get along with women, right? I don't do girls, right?
And I be looking at the woman like, damn, but you're a whole woman. Talking about whole women, like make it make sense.
And they brag, they're like, yeah. Me and girls don't
get along. I don't get along.
Guys, women too catty. So two women are looking at each other. What she got on, girl? What she got on? Oh, she shouldn't wear that. Y'all are so critical of each other. However, if you're trying to build a business in this industry, you just shut yourself out of 72% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
So you just lost 1/3 of all the people going to join will not be a part of your organization because you don't do good with women, and women make up 2/3, 3/4 of the whole industry.
That program is vicious.
So what they end up doing? Getting recruited by a guy, and the guy gets elevated. That's why you see the guys walk across the stage, because women never walk across the stage and build their team, because you got to have other women on your team. So you have to let another guy introduce the women, and y'all just coming together and say, hey, girl, we're going to start our own. Let's get together and talk and feel good, but you're never recruiting other women. You'll hang out together as a group, but you won't go recruit them because like, nah, I don't talk to women like that. But now let us come together. We can talk about a common ground. Don't let you have a common enemy on the same team. Oh my goodness.
That water cooler get hot.
They come for Dr. Mary all the time. She gets some common enemies. The girl, they get together and talk about her. She's like, man, but that's just what it is. I'm just telling you the facts. It's a glass ceiling, self-imposed. So where I'm going back with this, and Uncle Jock said, sometimes we're putting on the makeup on the outside and not really changing the makeup on the inside. You need to change your makeup, not add a new layer of makeup.
And you got to check your makeup, not the makeup that you putting on. You got to check your makeup. You got to check
your makeup.
Yourself.
How was you made?
Yeah.
And sometimes the way you was made up was the way you was brought up, right? And you can't change the way you was brought up, but you can change the way you grow up from here. You can't go back, but man, forward is a new uncharted territory. You just gotta let go of the baggage. Just drop the baggage off, right? You ever get on the plane and you got some carry-on luggage? Some things you carry on with you, but some luggage is too big and too heavy and too bulky. They're like, nah, you can't carry that on. You got to drop that off. You got to drop that off. That got to go under the plane. No, we ain't got no room for that up top. Only thing that's essential, you carry on with you. Bring your medicines, bring your things that's gonna be essential for life. Don't put that stuff in, because some of that baggage might get lost, and some of the baggage probably needs to get lost. Some of that stuff you don't need it anymore. See, some of y'all are bringing baggage that you need. You should have left it. You should have left it at the curb. Not even with the bellhop. You just matter of fact, just leave it in the Uber, and they gotta call you. Hey, you left your baggage. Nah, it's okay. That's okay. That's why the airport be like, hey, don't pick up any strange luggage. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, because it might got a bomb in it. Like, yep, I left a bomb. That's some junk. I left that bomb behind. And you open at your own risk. Because I'm leaving that. I'm not enough. I ain't doing that. I'm leaving that. Oh, women can't do this. I'm not doing that. I'm leaving that. Oh, you're a black man, so you can't have success, Eric. I'm leaving that. Oh, you know what? Your mom and daddy was enough, so you ain't gonna be. I'm leaving that. Oh, you didn't grew up on the right side of the track. I'm leaving that alone. Oh, I grew up in a neighborhood. We don't have a lot of people. I'm leaving that. Oh, we wasn't rich. We had bologna sandwich. I'm leaving that. That's okay, right? I'm leaving all of those insecurities behind. My boss don't like me. Some of y'all got current. My boss don't like me. I'm leaving that. My job don't give me time to work. Man, they working me too hard. I'm leaving that. I can't work my business because my kids and my grandkids are taking up my time. I'm leaving all of those excuses in the bag. I'm checking in their baggage claim, and I'll let them go through it. And if it's toxic and if it's explosive, they'll get it, and security won't bring it on. I'm leaving that in the car. I'm leaving that baggage alone. Has anybody ever moved into a new house? Sometimes you move to a new house, you can't bring everything. The movers be like, you taking that? Now they may got some use for it. But you can't bring, every time you move, you can't bring it. You're like, yeah, you can't bring everything. If that was the case, you might as well stay here. Some stuff don't need to go to the new place. They got a place called the junkyard. Some stuff is junk. Leave the junk at the junkyard. If you bring it to the house, you're bringing the junkyard to your house. And you wonder why you can't have success because you're living in junk. And it's so
a lot of people drag their junk along and keep dragging that junk from one place to the next place to the next place. And the junk just gets heavier and heavier and heavier.
And heavy, Uncle Jock. And you don't even realize until you let go of the weight. You're like, man, it's a release. Now, notice it wasn't with the call we was going down because hopefully this may help somebody. And hopefully you can help some other people because most people are not trained how to let go of their junk. Most people ain't trained to recognize the junk. The junk has become their identity. You no longer identify with what you're trying to accomplish. Because I'm telling you, in society, for some of y'all, if I look at this page, some of y'all, it's hard for me to find a good TV show that identifies with you being that person, being that leader, being that superstar. Are y'all catching me? When I grew up, the superstar entrepreneur was Sanford and Son, Fred G. Sanford. Right? And what
G
did he own? A junkyard.
A junkyard.
He was a
I
sharp
made a post
businessman.
about that, Eric.
Huh?
I made a post. I had a post about setting up 𝗖𝗄. So Lamont says, if you knew about 𝗖𝗄, we wouldn't be sitting in this junkyard right now. It was something like that.
I love it, right? And so when you look at the images, what you have is, so I understand stuff. Sometimes you got to realize how you got here. But so realizing how you got here and why you do the things you do, don't try to hold on to it, right? And I talk to people, and they're like, nah, Eric, we don't know. I'm like, nah, but I said what I said, and they try to hold on to something that doesn't serve them. We dig our claws in. I mean, we dig a foundation, we dig it deep, and we want to own something that doesn't serve you. Ladies and gentlemen, if it doesn't serve you, let it go, right? And sometimes you don't know it doesn't serve. So how do you do it? Stay plugged into a coach, stay plugged into a mentor, get a coach, get a mentor, get a third party, not somebody who's going to tell you how you feel, not my girl or somebody, a yes person. Sometimes you need an unbiased opinion to say, nope, nope. See, I go to my tax account, he'd be like, nah, Eric, no, whoa. If it's a good year, say, oh, Eric, you did pretty good. If it ain't so bad, oh, Eric, he's you ain't come for advice. I'm like, man, I just can't even do my taxes. Just do my taxes, man. You need more than a tax man, Eric. I'm trying to tell you, like, I ain't paid for this. I ain't asked you for all that. I ain't paid to be critical. Just give me my bill that I can't afford. Just, all right, Uncle Sam got to chase me down. And so that's sometimes my mentality, right? And I gotta say, hey, Eric, hold on. Maybe he knows a little something that can help. You gotta ask for it. That's the only thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes help is there, but you gotta ask for it. But then when help comes, don't get upset, because sometimes it's cleaning the inside is when you detox. Understand what that word is mean? Sometimes you gotta detox. It's toxic. And so sometimes detoxing ain't always pleasing, right? And sometimes it ain't always pleasing. And so sometimes you got to want to be detoxified. And you got to, two ways you can do it. Sometimes you can just simply empty the cup, pour it all out. And that works sometimes. But most people don't have the capacity to simply just pour out all the stuff that's been beating them up for years, because they've been holding on. And it's sometimes, you ever had a cup that has some things that's been, some things like it could be grease or whatever it is, or something that starts to harden and you can't get it out. It still leaves residue. It don't just wash out. Sometimes it can get stuck, like frozen stuff. It's frozen. Like, or you have some frozen, sometimes it don't just come out, right? You put some drink, freeze it, and turn upside down, it's frozen in the cup. It doesn't walk out. It's liquid, it's frozen. So sometimes it's frozen. So when things are frozen like that, what you might have to do is run some new warm water over it. See, sometimes it's easy to pour it out, but sometimes it can't be poured out. And so what you got to do is pour new stuff into it, pour some warm water and wash it out. See, so sometimes that's when you come to these calls. That's why you come to these trainings. That's why you come to get brainwashed and not just made up. See, the makeup is one thing. The foundation covers up. It's a cover up, right? It's not designed to be the real thing. It's designed to cover the real thing and make it look like something other than what it is. And when you start putting most of that foundation on, man, you may look pretty on the outside, but somebody who knows you, like, nah, that ain't the real you. You covered up. You catfishing. And some of y'all are catfishing your business, because the real you is like, oh, I want him to smile, yeah. And then you get off the Zoom, you're like, oh man, I can't make no call. Do you have life insurance? I ain't asked nobody that. You come on here, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then you go back. Stop catfishing your business, ladies and gentlemen. When we give you a play, just run the play. Play that song Uncle Jock got. You can go to Uncle Jock YouTube channel and play it again and again and again. And some of y'all might just have to listen to it again and again until it's in your subconscious mind to simply ask that question, do you have life insurance? Some of y'all can sing the song to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. He's been dead for many years. Doom, 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 doom. You just need to hear the beat. And you already know. Woo! People's always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Come on. Billie Jean's not my lover. She's just a girl. Says that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. So what am I saying? We know those words, but we need to know the words to what's going to serve us today. Y'all catching me? So Uncle Jock, thank you for that song. Hopefully y'all got something out of the message today. Wasn't what I was going at, but I can say Uncle Jock put me on a Tokyo drift today.
Tokyo drift.
He put me on a Tokyo drift. Uncle Jock, you had me all over there. And I don't know where you had me, man. You had me feeling like I was going through the landmine, Hiroshima. Anyway, back to you, Troy Gandy, the index voice of inspiration.
All right. Again, experts, you might have been drifting, but you was drifting in a good spot. I'm here to tell you, you just got served a master class of the day by one of the best in the business, and you didn't even know it. I'm here to tell you. So let's all come off mute and give this man a wonderful round of applause for his due diligence and all that he does for us each and every day.
As always.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody's coach.
Awesome.
All right. Well, family, that brings us to our Annie Willie inspired recap relay of the day. And this is where we get to reflect in 1 minute or less the best takeaway from today's masterclass. And then we will be passing the baton on to the next business runner. Are you ready? Everybody on the line? Do we have their first hand up? Yes, we do. All right. Mrs. Tawana Chisley's in lane number 1, folks, and she is ready to do her thing. So are you ready? Ready, set, go.
Okay, 2 things. You know, I spoke about my husband getting stung by the bees, right? So I didn't want him to go to work. So he said, why wouldn't I go to work? I said, because your face all swollen. He said, what that got to do with me going to work? That would have stopped me from going. So also this is very important for me, and I want to share this. I went through a lot as a child, you know, suffering with the eczema, the skin wasn't feeling pretty. And granted, I was able to pull a boo, but I still wasn't feeling beautiful. When I started breaking out back in July, I stopped doing videos because I wasn't feeling up to it. I didn't feel like I could be on screen. And then I finally got myself out of it and finally posted something and brought it in reference to that. I feel like this is another journey for me that I had to conquer to become who I'm supposed to be. Because I started finding myself going back to who I was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, where you would have never seen me get on camera because I just don't feel pretty. So I realized that it was something else I had to conquer, and I did it. So don't let this stuff get in your way. All that baggage, dump it and just do what you got to do. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It's what you think about yourself inside. The outer side doesn't matter. And I'll leave it there.
I tell you, that's what you call a strong leg. That's when you lead from the front. I'm trying to tell you, and throw it out there with some heat. And now we got to thank each and thank Mrs. Tawana Chisley for bringing it into the zone. And now we got the outstretched hand of that man they call the financial prophet, PROFINT. How about it, Dr. Mark? Go for it.
Thank you, Coach Erik, for that message this morning. You know, it made me think about, you know, there's a saying that a good tree can't bear bad fruit and a bad tree can't bear good fruit. But you know, when people speak, the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever you put in the inside, Coach, like you said, is going to come out. And it's going to affect your team. It's going to affect your business. It's going to affect your family. So what we made on the inside has so much more than you can imagine. I thank you for that message this morning. Because you can tell when you talk to somebody, take the first 10 to 15 seconds and you can tell what's coming out of their heart. And think about this. We're giving life to people, and the first thing that come out of our mouth, do you have life insurance? Thank you, Coach, this morning. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Dr. Mark. Bro, that 40-second split right there, and everybody seems to be just dropping it right now. So we're going to take that baton and we're going to pass it on to the man that everybody's here for. He has the namesake. He is the namesake. They call him money, and we're going to give it to him right now, the solar controller. Let's get it.
You know something, man, I really think about, that's why I like dealing more with women more and talk to women, especially when I'm doing sales, because the two things about I know about women, they're more focused on business, and they know when you're telling them the truth. That's two of the things that I like. And I used to always call myself, when I do sales, I was calling my the human DNA test. You know why? Because I was 99.9%. Because that's what I always was on thing. But you always think like this too, man. If you teach a woman, you teach a nation. If you teach a man, you don't teach an individual. So once you want to teach your nation will keep you moving, your business keep going. That's all I wanted to say, bro.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you bringing it into the zone, man, called Money Solar Controller. And we now get to pass it on to someone that we know is always going to bring something new and hot and fresh to the team, because we going to keep it moving with none other than Miss Faith Dixon. We never run out of runners.
Hello, everyone. I'm relatively new, and I'm just so excited. I've been listening this morning, and everyone had a lot to say, and I grabbed my little nuggets, and one of my nuggets, or a couple of my nuggets, is I'm just dropping them. Detox, drop the bags, open the sunroof, slide it back, stop catfishing, and ask, do you have life insurance? This was wonderful this morning. I loved it. Thank you.
And she know how to run well, too. 20-second split, and she said she had one nugget, and she dropped about 10 of them in the same bag, all at the same time. I'm trying to tell you, boy, that new blood ain't nothing like it when you want to keep your business running. You better bring it, all right? We're going to pass that baton after we say thank you for bringing it into the zone. And from Miss Faith Dixon, we go to none other than, who was that? Was that the man? Where'd he go? Was that the solutions, the solutions expert? Did he drop off that fast?
His hand is up.
Who was I looking at? Okay, that is him. All right, let's go with it. Come on, the solutions expert.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Let's go.
I was listening to what Erik was saying, and it reminded me of like the effort that I'm putting into my business. I have a backpack that I call my billboard, my personal billboard. And it says, do you have life insurance? And call this number, you know, and everything. So I went out Saturday and I was sick. And I was so sick. I have COVID. I really didn't even know it until Monday. But I went out Saturday anyway. And Stacy was like, you okay? I'm like, nah, but you wanted to go do this and that. And I'm going to go with you. And I was about to faint, y'all. And I mean, I got 3 contacts and 3 appointments off of that backpack.
Wow.
Saturday when I was about to faint, but it drew people in. I like that. Where you get that at? I'm like, okay, this is what it is now. Do you have life insurance? That's my little icebreaker, like the draw or my bait to pull them in, because they so concerned about the bag. now I'm concerned about, do you have life insurance? And then it goes from there, you know. And I got 3 people and 3 appointments this week. And with COVID, I'm gonna do those appointments because that's where I'm at in my business. I'm like, I don't care. Whatever it takes. We got to be successful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, I hear you, Tony Burke. Woo! Hey, B, I hear you got something going on. Hey, B. All right. Well, we're going to take that on after you done brought it into the zone like that. And we're going to pass it on to the next lady that got her hand outstretched, and she's always ready to roll with it. And we can't look for another stronger leg than what we got going on right here. More money, more your insurance and tax pro. Let's get it.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. This morning. Is that me?
Yang, 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 yang. Go, 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 go.
I was just gonna say, you really hit home when you talked about the women, and we really are hard on ourselves, and you know how we sound. I remember I wouldn't get on social media because I was like, I'm from California, but I live in Georgia, and now I sound a little bit country and a little bit city at the same time, and so I didn't want to get on social media. That was one of the reasons why I did not do it. But when you said it real quick, but you talked about brainwashing. And I know for myself, coming on these calls every morning has changed my mind, how I think. I don't care about certain things anymore. And, you know, we just believe and we are taught to change and get rid of that baggage. And it's so freeing. I was walking with a friend this morning, and some of the stuff she was saying, it was just like, I thank God that I've been trained through constant coming in every day and getting training, that I don't think like that anymore. And it's not about putting on makeup to cover the outside, but when you deal with the inside, the rest of it to take care of itself. So you said some stuff this morning, Coach, and thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Minister Mo. Did you see it again, Minister Mo? Did y'all catch that? Between Minister Mo and Coach Erik, everybody's coach. It's been laid down for today. And I warned you before, y'all need to be taking out good pen and pad to take some good notes. You understand? Because our lovely, lovely, lovely Miss Rita just going to be one more day, y'all. Just one more day. So keep her up in your prayers. She's out there moving and grooving and shaking her business all over the place. And we're going to keep her with traveling mercies until she get back our way, all right? With that being said, I know y'all know what's going on and what's about to go down right now. All right, you've been given your marching orders. You know what to do. So before we give it back to Coach Erik for everything else that needs to go on, the announcements and so forth, we're going to say, let me ask the question, what's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
You got it. That's it. And that's all. I'm Troy Gandy. Oh, I did get that in from Miss Rita. That's it, and that's all. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. And Coach Erik, back to you.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you, everyone, for those kind words. The amazing introductions. Troy, everything you do. I know sometimes it can be easy to take for granted. I don't know if echo. Sounds 1, 2.
Bad echo.
There it is. Okay, there we go.
You've been hanging out with the $6 million woman.
Maybe that was me. So, but thank you, Troy, for that amazing, for everything you do, man. You know, sometimes people don't know. We'll talk about that maybe on Thursday. A lot of the things you do with the clock. I'm watching the clock, so the clock don't get me. But tonight, y'all know we got our special 4-step system training. Get your team on. Those who was on last night, stay tuned, because I got something we're going to run, and we're going to be running, building something special. So those who was on, stay tuned for last night. Let's get ready. Let's go. We're in the second half of the month. Let's close out the month strong. Let's run. And if you got to take a break, you know, even on the highway, they got these little rest stop areas where you can pull over and take a rest stop. You know, even if you got to go sit down for a motel, take a breather, enjoy, right? You know, we looking for long life. We're looking for longevity. You know, You know, I was shared with some people that the company Xperia, they're focused on their short-term goal. But the short-term goal is the end of 2027. James, like, my short-term goal is 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. That's a short-term goal. And for so many of y'all, that's like a long-term, 3 years from now. What? You know, I'll share this real quick. These are 2 texts that I got. You want to talk about short-term goal, long-term goals? 2 text messages I got. I got one from a gentleman who was a former executive director with our team. He came in, has a lot of experience, really never grabbed hold and didn't do much. But he joined me and said, Eric, but I got a text message from him last night. I didn't see it. He said, how do I reactivate my account? That was at 9:23 p.m. He texted me, how do I reactivate my account? I like those text messages. That was at 9:20. Then I got another text message from a gentleman at, what time was this one? This was at 9:31. Good evening, sir. I was wondering if you have a few minutes to talk this evening. He said, I hit him at 12 o'clock. I'm just seeing 12 o'clock p.m. I'm just seeing your text. He said, no problem. I want to know, I know it's late, but I'm ready to reset my Xperia business. And I have a friend that's interested in joining the Xperia family. See, he signed her up. That was that. So at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 2 people hit me up saying, hey, I want to get back in business. So I talked about be nice when they leave. The other gentleman, one never left and just never been inactive. He's one of the first reps I even signed up. And the other person had signed up, never did anything for 2 years, and then finally left at the beginning of this year and said, now I'm ready to come back and start running my business. But the question is, both of them signed up almost 3 to 4 years ago. Are you still going to be in business 3 to 4 years later when somebody wants to come join your team, or somebody wants to restart, or somebody wants to get re-engaged? Y'all heard from Dr. Mark and Mo Money Mo. Well, guess what? If I didn't take 3 years to recruit Miss V, if I wasn't here 3 years later, Miss V couldn't join my team 3.5 years later. And then there would be no Mo Money Mo and Dr. Marks. Are y'all catching me? So give yourself some vision. If you got to take time and reset and regroup yourself, give yourself some time. If you're giving yourself a detoxing, they don't usually give you a 1-day detox. If you flushing, it's a 7 to 14 days. Even then, give yourself some time. Come every day. This is a refreshing, a recharge. Give yourself some time. But what you don't want to do is get off of here and then go start listening to some other junk. Then that's the hard part. So give yourself some time, give yourself some grace. Think 2 to 3 years down the road. You don't have to make the magic switch. And if you got to throw some makeup while you're changing them inside, and you got to throw some makeup on the outside, that's okay. But you just know I'm making up the outside while I'm making up the inside. It's okay. But just understand, hey, I'm putting some makeup on the outside while I fix the inside. And then when they go together, woo, magic. It's like lights, camera, action. DJ, take us home. I think DJ took a break. But with that being said, if DJ on break is on duty, we will not. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. Do this on purpose.
Ouch.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.